Oh man.
It's been a busy season.
No. I'm saying it because of the simple fact is, first of all, there's going to be so many spoilers. If you're a person like me and you don't want to be spoiled, your best bet is to limit yourself off on social media. Because I ran into something that I hate that I ran into. I wasn't even asking for that, but it just came up. So I didn't ask for that, God.
He's like, I didn't ask for it.
I didn't ask for any of this.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Just Acting Up Show. I'm your boy Joffrey, the host. We up in this thing. We got Big Chris up in the building. Big Chris, say what's up to the good people out there, man.
What's up, people? It's your boy Big Chris, the mad scientist here. What's going on?
Yes, sir, indeed. Let's not forget about Mike. What's up, homie?
Hello. I'm feeling sad two ways. I got this cold, and the Steelers lost on Thursday. So we got to win out. Oh, yeah, it hurts. I'd much rather them just suck and don't give us that much hope. I hate when teams give us that much hope and they don't come through. But it's out.
Don't say. Wonder what that feels like.
I'm doing blessed. I'm blessed and I'm highly, how you say it, Chris? I'm
highly favored.
Highly favored. That's right.
Ooh, that boy Mike said when it's cold outside.
Yeah, buddy. It's been a very tough and still a nation. But anyway.
Yes, sir. We're going to get into it. Y'all stay locked in. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all. Y'all could be everywhere in the world right now, but you're here on this here show, the Just Acting Up Show. So we just need one quick favor. All that we want for Christmas is for y'all to subscribe. That's all we want. Bow right there, or bow right there. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, subscribe, man. Tell your friends about us. I mean,
right.
We're
working on a year.
Woo, man.
The year came and went, huh?
Yeah, it did.
Man, it has been amazing. It's been beautiful. Man, it's been fun. It almost feel like work to me. I mean, hey, no, at all. They said when you're having fun, at your job, it's just different type of feeling. So, yeah, yes indeed. So, yeah, man. So y'all go ahead and subscribe, man, and tell your friends about us. We cool people, man. Go ahead and do it.
Spread the love. Spread love on Christmas Day. That's what they said.
That's right.
Christmas Day. No, I ain't gonna sing. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do it. Let's go. Let's go ahead and get into the show, man. So, let's go ahead and start this off. We come on with heavy hearts. We're gonna start this off first. First and foremost, hearts and prayers to the family of Demaryius Thomas. Man, that just came out of nowhere. That man was 33 years, 33, man. Pro Bowler, champ, all that, man. So, hearts and prayers to his family and his friends. Very unexpected. Yeah. So everybody gave the man flowers, and we giving them more flowers. So we have to acknowledge that right off the bat. And we also have to acknowledge Nick Cannon. His son recently passed away. He had a brain tumor. So everyone, that was highly unexpected as well. And shout out to Nick Cannon for being strong and going through with this show with that heavy news. And we all saw the video. We saw how he was breaking down and struggling. He stayed strong. And he tried to make light of the situation, talking about how he has a lot of kids. Yeah, you got a lot of babies, brother. But when it's a part of you that leaves your life early, it does something to you. So we still in healing energies to everyone from Demaryius Thomas to Nick Cannon, friends and family members. Lots of prayers, y'all. So, during this hard time. So got to start the show off like that. So
yeah. And hearts and prayers to California rapper LA rapper Slim 400. That was YG's. They grew up together, I think, man. Senseless violence in LA. We're gonna touch on that topic later, but yeah, another rapper. 3 weeks after Young Dolph, another rapper. So
Yeah. So yeah, just have to get that out the way first, and you know, send healing energies to everyone around, and so we can go ahead and move on with the show, and we're going to start it off spicy. Well, I ain't gonna say spicy. I'm gonna say Jesse Smouye. Sorry, I can't get it out like I want. So, woo, buddy. I never knew that you had to lie to make friends. I mean, you know, people lie to make friends. People lie to, you know, sell some stories. And some people just do some unnecessary lying, you know, some just unnecessary lying to get you caught up. Brother.
I know a whole lot of people like that. Just why?
You know that story.
Why?
Like, man, dude, just and I like it. Somebody posted that Dave Chappelle comedy special when he was talking about like, yeah, we were with you, we were supporting you in silence because part of us knew you were lying, brother. So, I don't know what to tell you, man. I didn't know that they were gonna have a trial for this. Out of all things going on, y'all got a trial for this. I don't know. And then
it's one of those things where he just kept digging the hole. Digging the hole.
Yeah.
It's like he could have been good, and this could have been up and over. He could have paid a fine, been good, but you just he doubled down, called himself the Tupac of gay people.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know?
he just kept pushing the issue.
Yeah. And so
I'm about to leave. I'm about to log off right now.
Yeah.
I'm about to log off right now.
And so, like they say in the Bible, you reap what you sow, and he sowed a seed of lies that's come back to bite him in the butt.
Yeah.
He just kept pushing that issue. Just kept pushing it and pushing it. And the police, they work extremely fast. I remember they had a whole press conference. And if you look it up, that was like I don't know if she was a police chief now, because it's a black guy that's a police chief. But she was reading off everything from timeline to like days to to the time to the next day to Mr. Smollett and such and such and such and such and such, and we just looking like, God damn, they was on it. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like Dave Chappelle, because when I first heard it, I'm like, that don't sound right.
I just think in an attempt to you know, they say fame is far and fleeting. Once you get it, it's like, you know, some people they want to keep chasing it. He's trying to stay in the same, because, you know, Empire was ending. He was trying to stay in a certain lane, keep his fame up. But it's like, to what extent? Though, look at what it cost you now. You know.
Yeah.
Look at what it cost you. You know. So life is about decisions. I always say that. Life is about decisions you make.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. So
you have to put all your business, all your personal business out like that, and
then your family, you know, they also in acting and entertainment, so that's embarrassment to them.
Yeah,
right.
You know,
we love Journey.
Yeah, no, you're right. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm about to say, yeah, we love, like, Journey is redeeming your family name with everything she's getting. And now here you are coming up here with this mess up that line, and I knew it was over, because I remember, you know, reading about it. And also when Dave Chappelle talked about how he said he was going to the subway late at night on a blistering cold, snowy, I think it was Chicago.
Now, this was like the night where it dropped.
Yeah.
Where they told people to stay at home.
Yeah.
And you go on the subway. Now, I don't know how the subway works in Chicago, but I know in Houston, they close at 9.
Yeah.
So.
Well, not all of them.
Okay, so going back to when they said he was going to subway, I'm like, okay. But then hearing the last statement that they read, he said he was going somewhere else. And I'm like, so which part happened first? You were going to subway, or you were going somewhere else? Because you said that subway was like right out the hotel. And I'm like, your story, you're not keeping up with your story, brother.
Right.
It's not adding up, man. So that's when I was like, "It's about to be an open and shut case, man. What you lie for? You like it just.
I remember he got on video like, bro, they threw paint at me. They threw paint at me, and then he had like some kind of mark right there in his eye or something. And he said, I heard them scream, Donald Trump.
Wow.
and ran.
And just ran. Right.
Yeah, well,
Right.
The most inconsistent as his story. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. This
anyway.
brother, Jesse, you just like Chris, like you was saying, man, inconsistent. It makes no sense. Mike was saying you didn't follow up with your lie, man. At least have your story straight. It's one of those situations where it just got bigger than what it should have. And you should have just stayed your ass in the house. You should have sat your ass down somewhere, young man.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh, man.
I like yeah.
Oh man. So yes, man. So moving forward, let's talk about what is going on in LA, man.
Man.
This boy said do not come, man.
Yeah.
The LA detective, that boy said, LA is don't visit because we don't think we can keep you safe right now. That's what the LAPD said. I'm like, wait, what? You can't keep me safe. I wonder, how do you feel when you hear that and you live there? Like, wait, huh?
I'm thinking about that meme with that monkey. When
Right.
the monkey get a side eye.
Yeah.
Hey, what the police said, the monkey just like.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
No, I don't know.
Because it's like, okay, I think it says, I don't think he should have said that publicly.
No.
Because one, it puts fear into your residents that's there currently. It takes away from the people trying to visit your city because they got the tourism dollars that come there. And then three, it incites the people that are committing the crimes. They're like, oh, you can't get a risk like
Purge.
Bro, they what you just said, James, they said the purge. They said it's something like the purge down. When you think about that, it's like, bro, the purge?
It just like, man, you're already walking on eggshells enough. And it kind of reminded me somewhat of what Sylvester Turner said when he was saying, that boy said, I need it. All you robbers, everybody, hold on now. Just stop. Don't do nothing for the whole week. I can't remember exactly what he said verbatim. But he came out. He was like, "No, we need a truce right now. Y'all hold off on all crime or whatever, and just y'all chill because the virus is getting too much right now."
Or kind of like what that guy was talking to Donald Trump. You remember in Chicago?
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, we're gonna try to do something about that body count. We're gonna get that body count down." What? What? What?
It's just
down. You turn the heat down or the AC down at your house.
Yeah.
Can you stop it? Stop.
Man, bro, it's like Mike, I agree with you. Social media just made everything worse because it's just no filter. People just letting it fly, man. It's like F it. Like let's just say what we gotta say, man. Let me stop beating around the bush. Tell you how it really is. So.
Yeah, I mean, I saw something on social media that 40 guns was stolen in some LA. 40 guns was stolen in Los Angeles, like gun store. 40 guns. They're doing a lot of snatch and grab. That's up. Home invasions. That's up.
Mm-hmm.
LA is known for home invasions. R.I.P. to Pop Smoke.
Jacqueline as well.
Yeah. So, and then they already had the gang violence there. So it's just too much.
All our listeners and viewers in LA, keep your head on swivel, please.
Yeah. Be safe.
Yeah, y'all be safe out there. Watch yourself, and Please. I know we joke and play around a lot, but in all honesty, y'all be safe. All right, y'all. Don't pull a Justice Mouye. You don't got to lie. You don't got to lie, Craig. You don't got to lie, man. Y'all stay locked in to the Just Act Up Show. We're about to get into the Critics Corner. All the news, movies, entertainment, music news. Meg Thee Stallion, she's doing some great things. Proud of her. Movies coming out real soon. Y'all stay locked in. Just Acting Up Show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Critics Corner, and we're about to talk about some music, and we're going to talk about some films, all the entertainment news. But before we get into this, I want you to go ahead and go over to the Joffrey's VIP room, where we do more detailed talk. Wow, right there. That's the logo right there. It's wow, right there. Go to Joffrey's VIP room and check out the content there. And while you're there, leave some comments, man. I like talking to y'all people about all this breaking news coming out, man. So y'all go ahead, Joffrey's VIP room. We have a lot of talk and discussion over there as well, just like on this here show. So with that being said, let's get into this breaking news, man. So almost forgot about this. Gotta go fast. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 trailer just dropped, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man. We
Tails and Knuckles.
Hey, but Knuckles, square up, homie. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good, man.
Yeah, I think I could kind of predict the storyline
Mm.
and how it's gonna go. But I was like, but you like to see your kid cartoons and stuff come to life. That's why I like the superhero stuff and all this cartoon stuff. So
now, I haven't seen a trailer. I
You
got
haven't
it
seen a
right now. No, I haven't seen it yet. But
Okay.
I all I know is if Jim Carrey is not on it, I don't want to see it.
oh yeah, he in it.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he
Okay.
is.
Okay. All right. Because Jim Carrey he killed it.
Oh yeah, it's the robot.
Didn't he? It's
Yeah.
like when you sit back and think about it, you're like, who gonna play Dr. Robotnik? And you just like, I don't know. They got the perfect person to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy that he took a break from acting and to go back in it like he never left. Like he picked it back up like he never left.
Hey.
He was one of the greatest actors of our generation. Like no lie.
Yeah, he is. His range is just like, my gosh, man. And we would have never, well, I ain't gonna say we would have never known, but I'm happy that Keenan Ivory Wayans gave him his start in Living Color, man. So yeah, man. So
In Living Color.
Yeah.
do what you wanna do. Living Color. Hey, man, every time you hear that, you just gotta
In Living Color.
yeah, man. Where the fly girls at? I need to have women behind me dancing like or something. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
And J-Lo was
Show you
one of the
think
fly
they do?
girls.
That's a different show, James.
Yeah, it would be a different show. Like, hey, Jay, what you doing with all these women's back here? Like, hey, man, just this how we work now. Just acting up show. And yeah, Mike, you right, man. J-Lo, Rosie Perez, man, gave a lot of people they start, man. So yeah, but yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Idris Elba is voicing Knuckles. Knuckles in there looking like a beast. If you haven't, I'm sorry, Mike, you haven't seen the trailer, but I know, hey. But,
Yeah, I've been on that. I knew that.
Yeah, they posted all day. Got dog internet. Yeah, man. So I'm looking forward to see how this comes out. It comes out April 8th, I believe. Yeah, April 8th next year of April. So
22.
yeah, man. So check that out. So moving on, let's get into some music news. Meg Thee Stallion.
Well, James, before you get into that story, allow
yeah.
me to take over this story for a second, just because I have to represent, because it comes from the greatest university this side, any side of the hemisphere, the Texas Southern University.
Hey.
3100 Claiborne. I'm a proud graduate of Tiger. We had, Megan Thee Stallion is now Megan the Graduate.
Hey.
She got her, she finally graduated with her bachelor's in College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences.
Come on now.
So I just gotta say, shout out to our Tigers. Good look this week. Shout out to Megan, representing and to find success and then come back and still finish that degree. Hey, that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
I agree, man. She that's inspiring. That really is. Like I'm not gonna lie. And then she also was it? I think it was some living. I can't
Like an assisted living
assisted
facility.
living,
Yeah.
assisted living on campus as well. And that's dope because we all been there, college kids, and trying to figure out, we don't want to stay at home and everything. We don't want to do this and do that. And for her to come through and do something like that after she, does everything that she does, that's dope. So yeah. So shout out to Megan Stallion. We appreciate you, sis, for doing that. Much love to you. And what was she majoring in? What was her major again?
It was in
Science.
pharmacy and health sciences.
Health sciences, yeah.
Yeah, pharmacy. Yeah, it was in a College of Pharmacy and Health Science.
I like that she chose to go to TSU. I went to TSU for 2 years too. But yeah, I'm glad she chose that because she could have went anywhere else. And she chose to go
right,
to
though.
TSU.
She
She
chose
chose right. She really did. Honestly, she did.
She did, and that's and I gotta give her flowers now. In order for her to go to school, deal with what she's been dealing with over the years, also to go on tour, rap, do these photo shoots and everything else. So yeah, I can't do nothing but applaud the sister, man. And she's from the age too. So yeah,
She joins a long list of great tigers that's been there. Like a few years ago, Dr. J Prince now is he's TSU alumni now, and so like she joins a long list of great alumnus that we have, and so hey, proud to call a fellow tiger. I'm proud of my school, man. Come on, TSU.
Hey, man,
I'm trying to hold it in, y'all. I mean, let's be real. Like,
ain't nothing wrong with it, brother. Meg Thee Stallion straight from South Park, girl. So represent, girl. You did that. Can't do nothing but applaud you. And shout out to everybody who has graduated as well too. So yeah, man. But Meg Thee Stallion, no, I'm just playing. But yeah, I'm happy for Meg. That's dope. That's what's up, man. So moving on and moving forward. Movies that are out right now. We already know that SpiderMan is just gonna rule December. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals, and a Happy New Year.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I bet if your movie, if you're a director or somebody who worked on the movie, it comes out this month, you're like, God, dog, you're like, can I at least get it out before it comes out? Because anything after Spider-Man come out, it's not even worth watching. Like,
it ain't even worth. But I think that's it. Spider-Man is going to be the ending of the year. I don't think anything else is coming after that. I mean, I know in January, Morbius is supposed to be coming, but that's in January. So that's like, wait after holidays are done. But yeah, the ending of this year, the Spider-Man, that's it.
Yeah,
it's like, you want to follow Spider-Man after it come out?
Yeah, you want to follow up on that?
No, man, no, not at all. Like, God, dog. I mean, what else comes out? I mean, Swan Song comes out December 27th. That's Mahershala Ali's film that's coming out. It looks very good, very interesting. About him being cloned and he has an illness and he can't tell his family that this clone is about to replace his life. So that's interesting. I like that. I like Mahershala Ali.
I don't want to see nothing with Mahershala till Blade come out. That's what I'm waiting on. Come on with Blade, man. Where's Blade?
Where's Blade?
Have you guys seen the Eternals?
Now, I need to go see it before Spider-Man for sure.
Okay. Okay. All right. Moving on.
Oh man.
It's been a busy season.
No. I'm saying that because of the simple fact is, first of all, there's going to be so many spoilers. If you're a person like me and you don't want to be spoiled, your best bet is to limit yourself off on social media. Because I ran into something that I hate that I ran into. I wasn't even asking for that, but it just came up. So I didn't ask for that, God.
Like, I didn't ask for
this. I didn't ask for any of this, but it came up. So with that being said, if you are seriously, which a lot of people are, this is a big movie. Well, some people are, some people not. Social media can be, it can just kill it for you. It really can. So
yes, it can.
My advice is to stay off of it for a little while. Just check it, look, and walk off.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. So this show drops, of course, on Tuesday. It is today. So because y'all watching it today on Tuesday. So the 15th, which is the next following day after this show airs, been hearing that is the day that it's supposed to premiere. So y'all be careful with them spoilers. I'm going to see it on the 16th, right after rehearsal. I get out my, rehearsals. So just let y'all know you've been warned. You know how these things can go. You're gonna be like Mike said, he was just scrolling and scrolling. He was like, I didn't have to see that.
Didn't ask for that, but it's on the 16th for the whole day or just after midnight.
The whole day actually.
Really?
Because what they used to do is do midnight showings for big movies. That's when I was working at that, but that's all the way back in 2006, 07, 08, whatever. But now, I mean, just I guess as movies get so bigger and how technology grow, they start putting it out a day or two, or they put it on the day they do the early showings, and they have different earlier shows throughout the day. I'm going to the one that's going to be at I think 10 p.m. I wanted to go earlier in the day, but I got rehearsal. And so I thought they were going to go ahead and show the early showings like last week, which they probably did, but they just probably didn't tell anybody. But they're saying December 15th is the early showing. So I'll say throughout this all week, y'all, just if you plan on going to see this thing after the debut of it, hey man, it is what it is. I'm sorry.
But I haven't been seeing any of the stars like posts from preview. What they call it?
Red carpet.
Red carpet, yeah.
Nah, they probably. I mean, you know how Marvel is. Like Mahershala Ali was just recently on the Breakfast Club talking about Swan Song, and they was trying to nit and pick his brain. Like, hey man, so what's gonna do with Blade? And he touched on a little bit, but he was like, man, I can't even say nothing about this. He just went on about his way. So I mean. It's like they gonna show up at your door.
I got a love-hate relationship with Marvel. Everything got to be so.
Hey man, but hey man, go. They need Marvel, DC, House of Mouse. If y'all watching this, Mike has not said anything.
I know, right?
I'm not even pressuring this brother to say anything.
I haven't seen Hawkeye at all. I'm just waiting for it to be.
I finally got caught up on Hawkeye. Hawkeye is good.
Hawkeye is official.
Yeah. It's official.
Yeah, I know it is. I know it's fire, but I'm just waiting for it to build. Because when I watch What If, I'm like, ooh, next episode. Ooh, next episode. Ooh.
Yeah, man. Hawkeye is official, man. I'm looking forward to how they do everything. So yeah, man. So and Hawkeye, that's been really good. Now you go ahead and put that in now. So and that's the thing with Marvel, like they just have everything set up, like Marvel and Disney. And I'm just like, man, can y'all get us on, please?
I'm going to make a campaign, like, hey, Marvel, hey DC, hey, hire us.
I'm
it worked for Shang-Chi.
Yeah, it did. Speaking of
Shang-Chi, I'm sorry.
No, you good. Speaking of that, Chris, what was that you just saw, man? People, y'all do too much on this internet, man. Y'all doing too much. Homeboy took he took a box of condoms.
Oh Lord.
and he
recreated the Shang-Chi 10 rings thing to make the condoms emulate like it was I was like, really, dude?
10 condoms.
Boy,
the internet sometimes, boy, I tell you.
Yeah, nothing else better to do.
Yeah.
Nothing.
If I ever see the SNL skit, the weird things you see on the internet. See a little bit of everything.
I'm telling you, a little bit, man. Oh my gosh. So yeah, man, and moving forward, man. So and speaking of Disney and Netflix and all them, so Netflix they awarded because of the success of Halle Berry's film Bruise, she has been awarded a deal with Netflix along with Yahya Abdul. So shout out to Halle Berry. Halle Berry. I can't say her name.
You seen it?
Bruce? Yeah, I seen Bruce. Bruce is really
good.
Yeah.
It's on my list to watch though.
Yeah, Bruce is pretty good. I enjoyed it. And yeah, so man, shout out to Halle Berry once again, man. And if you haven't seen Bruce, go ahead and watch it. It's a great watch. You see Halle Berry get physical in there and fights, and she a beast, man. At what age? How Halle is like what, mid-50s, I believe.
Yeah, she up
Yeah.
there.
She's
They're
in
all
mid-50s.
strong.
Yeah, and
What's up?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Cowboy Bebop got canceled.
oh man, yeah, man.
And I heard
See,
the creator or the writer, was it? He recently passed away too. So I wonder if that had something to do with it.
you never know, man. It's hard. People been rough on these anime adaptations to Netflix, and
As they should. As they
Yeah.
should. Because Cowboy Bebop is a classic.
yeah,
It
Yeah.
is. My personal take, when I watched episode 1, I was like, okay, so let me get into episode 2. So when I watched episode 2, it was like it just didn't have that same kind of like the
that
anime.
that
You know?
aura to it, I guess you
Yeah,
could say.
it didn't for me. Maybe because Cowboy Bebop, I grew up watching it it was in high school, I think. Adult Swim.
Yeah, it was Adult Swim. Yeah,
So maybe I hold that to a higher standard. That's just like if somebody wanted to remake, which they are, House Party, which I think they shouldn't, but that's another story for another day. But anyway, but when you get Cowboy Bebop and stuff like this that you grew up on, it's kind of hard for you to kind of recreate that in another way because you're so used to it. Like they should leave a lot of things that are like iconic. It's best to like leave alone because the audience is not going to gravitate to it as it was with the first one.
yeah. I agree with you, man. That's it's hard to pull it off, man. I mean, well, I guess it all depends on who's behind the scenes and trying to pull the strings or some things. Like for example, the Mortal Kombat that came out this year. I forgot that Cole Young character. The studio wanted them to put in a character like that, and it's like, why would you? He's not a main character, but the studio is running it behind it and giving you money. So it's kind of like you can't really. Sometimes you can fight and win. Sometimes you can't.
Right.
And they just force that into it. And I think that's another reason why they threw that whole story off with the Mortal Kombat.
Everybody was like, "Who the hell is that?"
Yeah, they're like, "Or is he?"
Why he get to shine and not Johnny? We gotta wait for the sequel for Johnny Cage.
Oh yeah, that shit pissed me off. I'm like, oh my
like, damn, who is this creator character? No shade towards the guy who played as Cole Young. I like him. Some people throw shade at him. He does work hard. I like him. But it's just the fact that why he gotta be that character? Why didn't y'all let him be somebody else, And then y'all killed off Goro on the first. I mean, I know he's gonna come back, but still, it's like, why you do that?
Bro, they didn't even give Goro that much time to shine. They just said,
yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, man. It's bits and pieces of that movie that I like, and then it's bits and pieces of that movie. I'm like, this could have been a whole lot better.
The intro, opening scene was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was. I guess the best scenes was with Sub-Zero and Scorpion because in the beginning they fought, and then at the end they fought again when Scorpion came back from from hell. So that was it. After that,
man,
no cheesy lines.
Get over here.
Get over here. Flawless victory. I said,
man.
Turn this shit out.
You can do it, but it's also how the way you do it, man, and the setup and delivery of it, brother. And I was like, man.
Yeah, and I thought the Jax thing was kind of interesting.
All they have to do with him is just like, okay, let us get his arm snapped off, and then you could have showed him later on, showing how he getting his arms worked on, and could have saved him for the next.
But he had to dig deep to make the arms grow into the big arms, because they didn't have the baby on. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, like man, he be walking around like, y'all got me walking around like this.
T-Rex.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with this?
What am I gonna do with this, man? Then y'all got me fighting this dude. Yeah, man. This things they could have done better. And what's crazy about it is that, and I'm gonna say this, and we can get off of this. Mortal Kombat. The behind the deleted scenes, they actually did some stuff where I'm like, that would have made the movie a bit better. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Sissy Stringer, Melina is still Bay. Calm here, Sissy.
Come on the show.
Please come on the show, please.
Yeah, come on the show.
Please, Sissy. Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna leave it at that. Before I start drooling, talk about Sissy Stringer and everything. Let me get some water real quick. Yeah, man. So all that and more. I'm messed up right now. I'm thinking about Sissy. Boy, that was a beautiful woman.
Stay in the spirit.
I'm having my moment right now. God dog it. Did I tell y'all that she liked some of my comment? Okay, I'm sorry. Let me get off of this subject, y'all.
Yes, James, she told us.
I'm just saying, man, that was a beautiful woman. Okay, so moving forward, man. So yeah, sorry that Cowboy Bebop. I was trying to get into it. I went back and tried to watch anime. I couldn't remember all of it, and then go back and watch the actual show on Netflix. But they pulled the plug on it, like they do with so many other of these animes. So Avatar is coming up next.
So you can't watch it right now on Netflix. They done.
No, you can still watch it.
You can still watch it. Okay.
You can still watch it. You can still watch it, and that's the thing. So it's like that's probably gonna make people go and watch it even more now, and then they probably go to like a different streaming services, which is probably what they should do, really, if all these animes got canceled. Because I know Death Note, I didn't get a chance to get into that, but I heard that they pulled the plug on that. And
now the movie of Death Note, that's pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie. They had the live action of Death Note.
Yeah.
The guy that plays the voices of the Hobgoblin.
Oh, William Dafoe. Yeah.
William Dafoe. Yeah, he did Death Note. But I'm not gonna lie, that's a good movie.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like they might as well go ahead and start their own. Like they already got Crunchyroll. That's the anime where you go watch all these animes, dub, sub, and everything. So you might as well go ahead and try to, fans will gravitate to it, man. If they can pull it off right. Because Avatar, the Airbender. Oh, this is gonna hurt me when they do this. Well, please do Avatar right, because you only got one more shot with this, and this. Well, I ain't gonna say one more shot, but please, Avatar, Last Airbender. The M. Night Shyamalan stuff, I didn't waste my time because I was afraid when they did that live action Dragon Ball Evolution, and that just.
Oh, that was ooh,
garbage.
Ooh, that was
passing on down.
Why, God?
Hurt my soul. Oh, my goodness. Bad movie days. So, yeah. We're gonna see how what happens with that and how that all unfolds right now. So moving on and moving forward. The Matrix is coming out to a theater near you. They're gonna follow right behind SpiderMan.
Oh wow.
I forgot about the Matrix. Yeah, so it's coming out on the 22nd. They better come on with it. That's all I gotta say. They better come on with it. I ain't gonna lie. Keanu Reeves, he look kind of stuffed. He look kind of like it's hard for him in the movie.
I mean, he got that John Wick money now, so.
Yeah. Oh, and they just finished John Wick. They did a wrap on John Wick. He brought the stunt crew. He brought them Rolexes. So they just wrapped John Wick. Now, I'm not gonna lie, John Wick, I'm looking forward to, but this Matrix.
I mean, the last. That second and third one was like, but I seen the new trailer. They brought Jada Pinkett back in the trailer.
Yeah, they all aged her up a bit. Yeah, aged her up. Yeah, and with that being, and see, that's crazy. So I'm like, if y'all brought her, no shade to Yahya Abdul. I'm pretty sure you're gonna crush that role. But I mean, I guess they're gonna save Lawrence Fishburne for another installment, I guess, because they didn't bring him back.
Still in though. He just might be like it could be like some type of multiversal type thing going on for all we know. So.
Probably so. I mean, it wouldn't take it wouldn't take much for that brother to come through and just do a little appearance. I mean, you're right there on the set of John Wick. Come on over.
Right across the street.
Yeah, come on over. And I know the John Wick 4 comes out in May as well, so of next year.
Ooh, another good movie come out in May.
Oh yeah.
Talk about that later.
Yeah.
At a later date.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, man. So that's what we were talking about. You got to follow after Spider-Man. The trailer looks good. Everything looks good about it. I'm gonna still go watch it and see it, and see what all unfolds with it and how it goes. I might have to go through Matrix again just to get myself hyped. And,
now, speaking about aging, like, because that's the one thing when I looked at Matrix, I'm like, God, Keanu Reeves gonna have to do a whole lot of everything, right? But we done forgot Tom Cruise is still making Mission Impossible.
It comes out next Mission
It come out next Mission Impossible 7.
At this point, is the mission really impossible?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big fan of Mission Impossible because that is true. Because the last one that they had, Superman was on it. But as I've been watching a lot of them, like on what is it, Paramount got them all, and I'm like, God damn, Tom Cruise never aged. Like all that running, that's all him.
Yeah, he does like the helicopter. I think it was that last one he had to fly the helicopter. He actually was flying the helicopter in that. He did that himself.
That one scene where he was running, it was the same movie, and he jumped, and when he jumped to the other building, he broke his knee. That was all him. So shout out to Tom Cruise.
But just for the premise of Mission Impossible, if you keep beating the mission, is it really impossible?
There's always some more shit.
Is it really impossible? And we are what, 8, 9? Which number is it?
It's about to be 7.
Yeah.
And let me see. He's in the. Let me see. Tom Cruise held his breath because I know he was under. He's in the Guinness Book of World Records. Tom Cruise, because he does his own, like you say, does his own stunts and everything. And let me see. Tom Cruise held his breath underwater for 6 minutes while filming Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation, but Winslet beat him by over a minute, holding her breath for 7 minutes and 14 seconds while filming an underwater scene for James Cameron Avatar 2. God, dog, I'm not finna stay on the water for that long, so nah. But I mean, Tom Cruise is just a beast. He's a different type of person.
Give that man his roles, bro. Give that man his roles.
Yeah, man.
Like I'm looking at the behind the scenes. They bringing everybody back. They got Vim Raines. He's back in it. Simon. He's back in it. So yeah, I mean, shout out to Tom Cruise. He doing his thing.
How would you feel if you were casted in the movie with Tom Cruise? They said, yeah, you're gonna do a stunt with Tom Cruise. Do what? She would say what? I'm gonna be right beside this man.
Depending on what the stunt is. Everything aerial, negative. I'm not doing nothing with the heights.
I mean, this is like a walk in the park for Tom every day. He up there climbing on the side of the wall and mountains and everything, and these motorcycles and helicopters. And
he's the Tom Brady of action.
That makes me think about that episode of Southside season 2. If y'all haven't watched it yet, where the guy they were trying to face their fears, and the guy wanted to do the parkour. That's what they were jumping from the buildings like that. Now I ain't gonna be that one good guy today. I tried. I'm falling. Trying to be Mr. Parkour to keep up with Tom Cruise. Nope.
Exactly.
I ain't gotta prove nothing to nobody. Nothing. And speaking of Chris saying Southside, we have to give them their roses because we had, Diallo come through, we had Simon come through, and we had Kareem come through. So shout out to everyone on the Southside crew, cast and crew. Congratulations on becoming one of the best TV shows of the year 2021. Comedy, all that. They brought it. This season 1 was already awesome. Season 2, man. Yeah, so we gotta applaud y'all.
Shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you for bringing some funny, bringing the comedy in this pandemic era that we're living through. We needed it, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did y'all have any favorite episodes from this season, or any favorite moments? Or
favorite moment, I have to say, is when they had the intervention for me, and they took off the hat. It was one thing when they took off the hat, and the guy was bald with the dreads on the side, but it was the homies. Somebody was like, "Dang!" I rewind it like 5 times. It felt so real. And I know so many people needs to hear that. Just have that type of intervention.
Oh man. Yeah, man, it was some great classic moments from this season. That hurricane tornado episode when what's the name when Spike came through and said, "I need everybody up against the window. Y'all about to see some shit," and everybody just flocked over there to it. And then Officer Goodnight came through. And said, "What the hell y'all doing? Get your ass away from the window!" Like I was cracking up, man. It's the whole season was laugh out loud funny. I
It
enjoyed
was.
it. Yeah, the whole season, man. So shout out once again, shout out to everybody on the cast and crew of Southside. And y'all tune in, watch it, man. It's a great watch, man. So all right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest here at the Just Acting Up Show, Jacob Calle. Welcome, welcome to you. Sir, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. I just got back in town a couple days ago, and so I feel like this is my actually first official day where I can just chill and just hang out.
That's
Yeah,
good.
I've been in DC for the past month.
Okay, all right. Man, I know
Yeah.
that feels good that, like you say, you just finally just sit down,
Wow.
man.
Yeah, I have this mountain of clothes right here. I still need to unpack, but I'm not even sure because I'm only in town for 2 weeks before I leave back out. So I'm just trying to not think of that right now. But
Gotcha. Well,
yeah.
yeah, them clothes not hurting anybody. Just leave it there, man.
Oh,
Definitely appreciate you coming on the show today and joining us. We just want to kind of just talk a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about what you do, and we'll go from there. Let's start off there.
okay. So I guess when I was 8 years old, my dad bought a video camera. That was my first introductory to television. And I remember it costing $800 because he reminded me that a lot. He's like, that thing costs $800, Majito. I'm Peruvian. And he's like, just be careful. Don't touch it when I'm not around. Of course, he's at work. We're pulling it out. We're making faces in front of this new crazy technology. We're like, wow, this is a camera. We can make movies. This is like the introductory, like to becoming a movie star, which is what I wanted to do when I was a kid. And then, of course, when I got older, I'd get into skating. Then I'm taking the camera out, doing these skate videos, but also making just stupid videos. And to me, I found that it was more interesting to film these stunts than the skating itself because we were kids, we weren't good.
Right.
But yet these stunts, whenever you learn how to crash, you learn how to take the pain. And so like, hey, let's use this skill. Let's go do some really crazy things. And this is like in 1997. And I showed my friend who's an amazing photographer now, Brian Scutmont. And he looks at this, he goes, you should capitalize on this. This is something special. I have never seen anything like this. And so we edited it together. We called it What the Hell, put it out on DVD, distributed it. And because I was part of the skate punk scene, I just began selling it at skate shops. We were going on Warped Tour, performing on those dates. Keep in mind, just stunts. We were doing like stupid human tricks. Next thing you know, it's 2003. Jackass is coming around. And he's like, wait, what? Like, what? You guys are doing the same thing that we are doing. And vice versa. I was like, wait, what? There's someone else doing this stuff? And that was in, they didn't have a movie. It was just that show on MTV. And then anyways, we just started working together. And with Steve-O's manager kind of hooked me up and I began writing for television. Not through him directly, but through his people. And it just kind of snowballed from there. And I got to do a lot of shows with Jackass and be in their movies. Not in the Jackass movies, but just their separate individual movies. Like when one goes off and does their own little endeavor without the Dick House brand. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And now I'm writing comedy. And during all that time, I pursued science. And I'm now working on a documentary where I go undercover with rhino poachers.
Oh, really? That's
Really,
interesting.
that's what's up. When you was on the, or when you see Jackass and on the set with him or whatever, has there ever been a stunt that was like too far?
Yeah, like there was this one where, yeah, you know, we were supposed to make part 2, and a lot of people are like, when is part 2 coming out? When is part 2 coming out? Like I live in Houston. I'd go outside and people are like, oh, it's the dude from What the Hell? Like it was getting built up. And I was like, in the meantime, my brother who started the movie with me, he's overseas in Iraq. And I'm telling him, or I'm writing him letters. I'm like, dude, this thing is getting really big. Like, I wish you were still here. We need a manager. We need to figure this out. And this was before YouTube. This was before like Google. Like, I just needed to figure out how could we capitalize on this rather than just making this movie. And we're like, we need to go fucking big. And so I'm like, what's the most insane thing that we can do together? And one day we were just hanging out and I was drawing blood from my arm and I was doing these, like, you know, like Bloody Mary drinks, but I was calling it the Bloody Jacob, basically just in lieu of the red mix that's in Bloody Marys. I was using my own blood. I'm like drinking my own blood, like chugging it. And there would be times where my brother would get a tube and stick it and down his throat and out his nose. I would hook it up to my dick and I'd be peeing out of it, like doing this fountain where I'm like pissing through my brother's mouth and out of his nose. There were times where like cactuses, these large field of cactuses, just get naked and just jump and do a front flip into it, where you got 2-inch spikes just protruded all in your body.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the only way you can make a proper movie, is if you go too far. And that's not only with stunts, that's just with anything. You know, if you're going to do something, set yourself high.
Right.
And then people will love that.
Got you.
That's setting the bar high right there, man.
Well, that answered my question.
That is setting the bar, my brother.
Yeah.
So you do your own documentary right now where you're going undercover.
Yeah.
So let's touch on that a bit right there. That's kind of interesting.
So in 2015, 2014, I was working on this project, working on the bird flu in the Midwest. And we were setting up these large sirens around these chicken farms to retract birds from coming in. Just stay away from the noise. And we had to eliminate 6 million chickens. And keep in mind, they were giving us a lot of money to do this job. And I just didn't know what to do with it. It was either buy a car or make a movie. And I decided with the latter. And I went to Africa and I just started catching these animals with my bare hands. Kind of what I emulated what I did the year before in Australia, just catching animals with my bare hands and just trying to be that next Steve Irwin, but with the side of, I guess, stunt way, like kind of make it more of a crazy, like I was swimming in water with hippos, like I was walking up to male bull elephants being charged, like it was pretty insane. And but I kept meeting these poachers, like these people who have done it in the past. And I decided this is more interesting than what I'm doing. What I'm doing, yeah, it's crazy, it's insane. Anybody who drinks Red Bull is going to watch it. But let's just let's just tone it back down and do something more original. Like, let's tell the story with these poachers. And at that time, I noticed there are a lot of rhino poaching documentaries about the plight of the animal, where they advertise the expense of these horns and how much money they're making. And to me, I thought that was unnecessary, like because you keep showing the price, the value of these horns. Some poor man is going to watch that and be like, my man, they live right across the street from my house, which, you know, rhinos and elephants can go back and forth because some of these parks do not have fences. So what's going to keep him from killing this animal? You know, if it just keeps getting advertised. And I hated that. And they just looked at these poachers in such a negative plight that it never gave them a chance to speak up. Because, you know, even in court, even the bad guys get to go and they get to hear their story. But I just kept hearing, fuck poachers, fuck their, you know, you cut their noses off. You slice the Achilles on the back of their legs and see how they survive out in the wild. And I understand everyone's frustration, but sometimes you got to hear and understand the root of the problem. And so basically, I just went out to South Africa 3 months later from my trip in Kenya. And I just started hunting down rhino poachers. And it took about 1.5 years for me to able to achieve this goal. So I just kept going back. And finally, I found a bar, which will be in the movie, where I had some drugs and I had some avocados and beers, and I just was giving it out to everybody. Just like, hey man, let's just eat and smoke and party. You know, like, I'm an American, I'm on tour, traveling through South Africa. Let's hang out. I want to make friends and hear your stories. And after a while, we are all inebriated. And one guy, he was pretty smart. He was like, my man, what are you here for? Like, what's your motive? And I was like, all right, I'm going to put the mask down. And I actually pulled out a mask out of my bag pocket. And I said, I want to meet a rhino poacher. I don't need to know your name. I don't need to know your face. But on camera, you can wear this mask and I will pay you. And we can discuss the details to hear your story. And he goes, I'll think about it. He goes, I do know people. And I was like, I knew it. Like, I was like, I felt like we were in the right spot. And so we just started hanging out even more. I'm a magician. And I don't know if you recall, but on the set that we met during downtime, I was performing magic for the cast. And so that's what I was doing there with these poachers that I had no idea were poachers yet. And I'm just showing them magic tricks and putting things in my mouth, making them disappear, pulling things out of my eye socket. And they're just blown. And he goes, okay, I think the magic was what set the tone. Yeah. And he calls his friend and he's like, my man, I want you to meet these people. No, trust me, they're not cops. I don't know what they are. And like, because he's never seen a cop be doing magic and like doing drugs with them. But that's what worked. And he goes, let's get in your car. And he gets in the car and he looks at me. He says, my brother is XYZ. I'm not going to mention their names, but it was the brother of a major kingpin that I have been keeping my eye on from America. I'm like, whoa. Like, and now I'm thinking, I'm going to fucking die. And and I was like, do you mind if I film this? He's like, not yet. And I was like, okay. So we go in this field and we pick up 2 other poachers. And these guys, one of them is just about as scary as badass as they come. Leather jacket, he had swag, he had gold. I believe he had a Gucci belt. And like, he knew and understood hip hop. He loved rap. And that's where he emulates his life from. A lot of Swisha House, a lot of Houston rap culture, which blew my mind that he knew this. And he liked Bun B. Bun B came on the radio out in South Africa. He started singing along. And I'm just like driving. I'm like, you know this? He's like, that's my man. Keep going. Like it was no big deal for him. It was
Yeah.
just like, just keep driving. I'll tell you when to turn. Like, don't talk to me. And I'm like, okay. And then next thing you know, we're next to the Kruger National Park. We're right there at the gate. We're sneaking in, which I found out that one of them owns the property nearby. So he has access to that. I'm like, interesting. Like, so that's your entry because you own the property. And so like after 2 days, we became good friends, and the rest is history. Now making a movie on a biographical career that these men choose on rhino poaching.
And it all started because you took a chance. You had a moment you were like, aha. And it all started with some magic tricks.
Yeah, I was telling this girl last night that I met the other day, never say no. I say yes to everything. You know, there's been times where you get that deep feeling, I know I shouldn't be here, but yet you keep walking. It's like in horror movies.
Right.
Why do they go upstairs? You know, nothing good happens upstairs. And by the end of, like, while I'm telling this story, like, I'm on the 8th floor. I'm like, man, I've gotten so fucking far that it is hard to get away from the situation that I'm in. These people know my name. They know where I live. Like, because if you want to know about them, they also want to know about you. Right. And with trust, I'm like, all right, here's my social. Like, this is where I live. Like, these are my parents. But yeah, no, they're very nice people. And you know, I know a lot of people hate hearing that, but these are just men being exploited. And this is their first time to have a soapbox where they can tell their story.
Well, I think it's interesting. I mean, even though people say and view them the way that they are, but I mean, just hearing you talk about it, it makes you think about other people that, you know, others have, you know, deemed bad. Like, for example, let's say Hitler. People look at, you know, about documentaries about him, or other, you know, people that, you know, but you know I'm going with that. But people just want to know. I mean,
Hitler's a pretty far stretch, but
that's far stretch. I'm trying to think of people. I'm trying to think of others. I'm not putting them in, you know, Hitler. Same thing, but I'm just saying, like, people want to know more about these people, about, you know, poachers, and about people that do hunting and stuff like that. And so yeah, it's interesting that you know you're doing this documentary and talking to these poachers and everything, because people just want to know. So
yeah, and like one thing that we wanted to do is, and I agreed to not do it. I could not do this, but for some reason, me going off with the poachers on a hunt, for some reason, that does not disgust me in a way that hunting does, big game hunting.
Right.
And because these are just rich men literally exploiting the animal, opposed to rich men in Asia exploiting poor people in Africa.
Right.
And I could understand their view more of why they're wanting to hunt down these animals for the horn. It came in conversation, and this is not that it was a good idea, but we're just talking out loud, and that's how you get your end goal. And one of us said, what if we paid the rhino poacher to go on a big game hunt, and he literally kills a rhino, and then we watch him be celebrated as he kills this animal, and you'll just see the hypocrisy, because they have no idea that he's a rhino poacher. Because at the end of the day, he's still being killed, or he's still killing a rhino, but yet in the conservative world, you know, they have the big gamers or the big game hunters, and they're being applauded for their big hunts, but yet a rhino poacher can't. So it's going to be a very controversial film. I know people are going to hate me after this, but I feel like it's the rhino documentary that needs to be said, and been working with a lot of production companies out in LA and around the world, and it's going to be heard. I'm very proud of it. So
I definitely look forward to seeing it, man. Just let us know when it comes out.
I don't need to know. I'm not to sound cocky, but like, I will, like, you'll hear about it in the future. It's going to be, I'm super proud of it. Awesome. I have no idea when it'll be finished because things like this take time, but I would say some cool things are happening.
Okay. Well, I wanted to go take a step back into when you're talking about your comedy writing. And, like, for us, we're writers as well, and we're working on our own series. And just kind of want to just kind of pick your brain on just what's the best piece of advice you can give as far as for the writing process and pitching the script and just working on the comedy set.
What you know, don't ever stretch to something. Like, if you're if you're a writer that writes sci-fi, don't be writing drama. You know, like, stick to with what you know, and also, like, everything, just be observant. As a comedy writer, you know, I am constantly just writing notes in my phone of real life occurrences that happen in my life, and I'm like, oh yeah, that would be great for a scene. Such as, like, this happened last night. You know, this is just a note that I wrote last night. Writing this project called Wet Blankets. And this is what I wrote in my phone. Everyone says bless you when Connor sneezes, but Carlin and everyone looks at him and says to say bless you, because but he doesn't see the point in saying bless you because everyone else blessed him already. Like, why does my bless need to be? And you know, it's just, and then the more I thought about it, it's like, that's a Larry David moment. But
it is, yeah.
Whether I use it or not, but it's just everything that happens around me, I just write it down, you know, and you're just writing these puzzles, and all of a sudden, when you're ready for your story and you're ready for your dialogue, you will have all these real life situations, because that's, at the end of the day, that's what you want your movie to be, relatable. And if it happened to you, don't think you're special because it's happened to everyone else. And so you just write these real life situations in. Of course, for comedy, you know, little bit more farce than reality, you know, let's turn it into comedy. But yet all these situations are real life pieces of who you are.
That's pretty interesting and cool, man, with the comedy writing and everything. And so I'm thinking, so how does Jacob's day go? Because, like, you got these interesting stories and everything, man, with the writing about, you know, being on Jackass and the poachers and everything, and comedy writing, because that's kind of like what I do as well too. When I see something, I'm like, I can create this and this and this, and that's how, you know, me and Chris and Mike, we throw different ideas out there. So how does your day usually go when you?
My day,
yeah.
I'm on my phone a lot.
Gotcha.
These are my notes. I'm just always thinking, you know, usually I hang out right here, and this is just where I get in my head, and I just jot down things. And usually I do fly a lot. I at airports a lot, and I do spend a lot of my time at airports writing, and that's where I get a lot of my writing done. But on the day-to-day, man, you can catch me at Callie's eating some vegan food, hanging out with my friends. Usually I hang out with my producer, JD Karpicki, from 7 Row Films, because he is a big, I love him so much, and I feel like I get inspired every time I hang out with him because, you know, you got your friends and you got your work friends, but he is both. You know, here I can hang out with him and just get silly and just be a homie, but also when we're hanging out together, like, oh, what is this? And all of a sudden, from us just hanging out, goofing off, just turned into a writing session. And whether we write it down or not, we're talking about it. And to me, I feel like that's what creates art, is just also just hanging out with your friends, just being inspired. So that would, to me, that's the best advice. If you're going to be writing, hang out with other writers because they're on the same schedule as you are. Their brains are always thinking, what can be funny? What can be funny? And, you know, a lot of times things are not, but it's great just to get all those out of the way because like a salesman, the more no's you get, it's closer to a yes. And once you get that yes, you're going to find some good stuff and you can explore on that bit, that joke, that storyline.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what are some of the sets that shows you've had a chance to write for or be a part of as far as in the comedy space?
So I started off on CMT, this show called Country Fried Home Videos. And it was one of those, have you got footage? Send it in. And, you know, everything from my What the Hell stunt days, I had hours and hours and hours of footage. And I'm like, sure, I'll send this over to this production company, First Television. And they called me and they said, we just reviewed your stuff. You're hired. Like basically I was hired right on the spot. We want to use all this footage, but also to write new content for our show. And so now they're sending me checks, like they're like to budget these pieces that I was writing and field producing. And we are coming up with the most insane things. Like one of them was, I believe this was on Ridiculousness, because once a production ends on a season, everybody just shoots off to different TV shows. And then once that show is done, then you jump off to another season. And one of the stunts was this board, you know, my back, I'm only 15 inches, you know, right here. And we had this board on my back. And I'm just like on my hands and knees. And my friend gets a bicycle and does a backflip off my back.
Oh, wow.
And he lands it. And it took a few spills and board snaps, but eventually we landed it. And we milked that trick. Yeah. And we sold it to a lot of TV shows. And because you got the 2-year lease, once the contract is over, then you can resell it. And it was kind of like my little hidden pocket, or my little hidden trick up my sleeve. I would show the production company, like, look what I got. Like, yes, that is weird. But everything. So that being said, Ridiculousness, Tosh.0, Country Fried Home Videos, and a lot of shows on True TV. Most outrageous, wildest, stupid human tricks, much or whatever, most shocking top 20. But it's funny because it is cool. It is, I feel like I do have a cool job and I get to explore things without actually having, I guess, a real job. But at the end of the day, you know, whenever I tell somebody, oh, I work in television, I write and act in TV, and they get excited, they're like, oh, cool, what is it? I'm like, World's Dumbest, All Seasons. Yeah. I'm an idiot.
Man, I think it's cool that you have a certain type of fearlessness to you, man. Like since you were saying earlier with the skateboarding and with the stunts that you did, you just went for it. And I admire that about you, man, because you know some people just hold themselves back from going all the way into some things, and you know,
Sure.
and just, they second guess themselves. Now you were just like all in it. Same thing with, with the poaching and everything else. So you have a lot of stories to tell, man, and I'm looking forward to seeing everything.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that very much. Like
Yeah.
even like when I was born, my first word was bird.
Yeah.
And look what I do now. Like I'm obsessed with animals.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of kids who are like, I want to be a veterinarian when I grow up. I want to be a doctor. I want to be. Then fucking do them.
Yeah.
Just do them. Live your dream.
Right.
Do what you want to do. Otherwise, you're just wasting life. And I truly mean that. Like, it's just, it's sad. I see my dad sometimes wake up at 4 a.m. for work. And then he gets off at 6 p.m., goes to sleep and wakes up and do it again. It's just repeat.
Yeah.
And he's like, and he does get paid handsomely. I'm not going to knock that. But he's like, Jacob, do you want this job? I can train you. I can teach you. You have your foot in. And it would be a nice nut life, but I'm like, my time is more valuable than money. And so I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And, maybe at sometimes where the pay isn't all that fantastic, but you know what? I'm doing what I'm loving. And if I leave outside this house after this podcast and get in a car wreck and I die, at least, hey, that was a fun life that I didn't spend time wasting on what I wanted, what I should have done.
And I think that's the most important thing to look at.
Yeah, they say you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. Got that right, Chris.
Very true, man. So you said vegan place. What are some good so you are vegan, I'm guessing, or
Oh no, I actually eat meat. I just lost a bet for a year where I have to eat vegan.
I like
No,
your
I'm
honesty.
kidding.
that's
No,
a good joke though. I love that.
That was a good joke.
I love that. I love it.
I like Calle's. I eat there a lot. I eat Calle's. I like Calle's, and I eat at Calle's. They did not pay me to say that, but I love Calle's and Taco Bell. God damn, I will.
I got a story about Taco Bell. I don't mess with Taco Bell at all.
Yeah. Taco Bell got plenty of stories.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not a fan anymore.
Yeah, except I kind of stopped going by the Taco Bell by my house because it's franchised, and I guess they can make up the rules whenever they want. So if they close, yeah, we close tonight. I'm like, yeah, but your sign reads 1 a.m. Yeah, we out of here. We out of beans. I'm like, why are you out of beans? You're Taco Bell. Like, so many times I went over there on Scott Street by U of H, and they're out of beans.
That's the one I have issue with too.
That's the one.
That's a college story from back in the day with me and Mike. And
That's like a bee saying they're out of honey.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on now. Oh my gosh. And then, man, that is too funny. Oh my gosh. So you're an animal lover,
Yeah.
skateboarding, been on Jackass. What is
Magician. Don't forget magician.
and magician? Yeah, and you're a man of many hats, and I also think it's dope that you're a magician as well too. That's a great icebreaker, which how you were able to meet those poachers and everything, man.
It's a wonderful icebreaker for not only for poachers but also for girls.
Hey,
I've been on first dates, and then they see my house, like, you got a lot of deck of cards, and I was like, yeah, I do magic, and I was like, do me a trick, and I was like, I'll do you a trick.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Learn one magic trick and nail it down, and you can just do that trick over and over and over, and none of the girls got to know. You'll win their little hearts.
I like the way this man thinks, man.
They will get bored of you, but
Hey,
once you realize you're a one-trick pony.
I need to learn multiple tricks.
No, I'm performing a magic show next Wednesday at Christian's Tailgate on, what's that road on?
Kirby.
Next to the parking lot where Fitzgerald's used to be.
Oh,
White Oak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I know.
when is it? You said next week on what now?
On Wednesday.
Next week
It's my friend Kua Gente he goes as your favorite African, and he's hosting comedy shows over there, and I'm their special guest.
Nice, man. You are like that one guy that you meet at the bar that just done everything. There's always that one guy you meet him, and you just sitting there, you're chilling like, yeah, I've done that before. I'm like, what all have you done? You're that interesting guy, and it's dope that you have these stories.
The world's most interesting guy.
Yeah.
Here's my Dos Equis.
That is dope, man. I love it, man. So, and man, don't feel bad about, you know, the whole, you know, story about the poaching and everything. Like I was saying earlier, it's people that's done documentaries on people that's way crazier than, you know, what you're doing. So yeah, man, what you're doing is, it's a good story to tell and very interesting, man. And that's why I was earlier. Very
They need a soapbox. They need to be heard. It's gonna be, I'm excited to hear the outcome and see the situation of where this movie goes. But even the other day, one of the poachers just WhatsApped me saying, "Hey, hello, my dear friend." And I was like, "What's up, buddy? Like, everything going good over there?
Yeah.
You guys gotten vaccinated?" I can't go back just yet because, yeah, I'm just waiting for COVID to calm down over there and for the villages to get their vaccinations, because the next time I come back, I'm going to be bringing like a full team of people. And with more people, you know, that's just more at risk of getting contaminated with the virus. So we want to tread this one delicately, because usually I'm just by myself,
Right.
and someone else.
Be safe. When y'all do go, please be safe out there, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Hear me say that. But yeah, what's one thing that you say that you would love to be a part of or love to work on, as far as TV or just anything? What's that one big thing that you wish you could be a part of, that you want to go, or that you're striving for?
Oh man, honestly, and I think about this, it's too easy to answer. I want to write with Judd Apatow.
Okay.
He is a huge mentor of mine.
Yeah.
I love his heartfelt stories. And, you know, even whenever he wrote for The Simpsons, I was so excited. I haven't seen The Simpsons in years. Unfortunately, they have kind of lost my interest for a while. But whenever I saw that Judd Apatow episode where Bart gets his best friend, which was Homer, his own dad, because he lost his intelligence and then he had like the brain of a child. It was like this Daniel Keyes Flowers for Algernon thing going on. And it was such a beautiful, heartwarming story. And I want to write those pieces. Not so much of those heartfelt, but he's so funny. I love his stories and everything around him and his universe, you know, like with Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. You got Jay Barsciati, I never can say his last name. Jay Barshell, whatever, Jay. Yeah, like, you know, like Jonah Hill, just, you know, he gave those boys a chance with Freaks and Geeks, and then allowed them to make a movie called Superbad, which is by far the funniest movie that the world has ever seen, next to Dumb and Dumber and Step Brothers.
We talked about everything else with magician and the documentary. What about the acting side? Because we never got into that. What were you doing on Lifetime, you and Chris?
With Michelle Mower and Sister's Pledge. Michelle's a friend of mine, and you know, I knew about this movie that she was working on, and I have you know, I act every now and then, working on my own project, Wet Blankets, where I'm the full-time actor. But so to me, that those little things are a lot of fun. I like these projects, you know, whenever your friend says, "Hey, I need an extra, come help," and I have no problem saying yes to that. And also, just you're supporting your friends, you know, support your friends, because one day I'm going to need the help and you guys come support me. And that's all we do, is we piggyback off each other's influences and energy, and we get shit done. Because in filmmaking, it's a tough field. It's not like skateboarding where I can just go out by myself and just go learn that crooked grind.
Right.
With the movie, when you're working in film, you need a sound engineer, you need a director, you need a producer, you need actors, you need extras, you need someone that can help do prop design, you need lighting, you need audio. It's just, you need an entire village to make these projects. And sorry, I know I'm getting away from the acting, but yeah, just be there for each other. And so basically that's where I'm getting at is, I was helping Michelle out with her project, and that's why I think I did like 4 days with him in different sets. But yeah, when we met, we were at the funeral, which was hilarious because I was also high. And just being at a funeral just to a girl who's not really dead, she's just upstairs. It's kind of like one of those like where they've got the cameras, like she's watching her own funeral, so to celebrate her life before she dies. It's just kind of like, this is hilarious.
Yeah,
it was definitely fun on set. There was a lot of interesting people out there. It was definitely a lot of interesting people, and it was a lot of great people to meet, like yourself, and I'm excited to see it when it comes out.
Yeah, what is Lifetime? Is that a channel like that you can buy, like Lifetime Plus?
I think it's like a
If you
regular
get this
cable channel.
package, you'll get 3 more movies. We'll toss in of Lori Loughlin.
I don't think they made an app yet. I don't think so.
Lifetime Plus.
Lifetime Plus.
I think it's in the basic cable.
The Water for Elephants, starring Robert Pattinson. I'll watch it. Oh, the elephant knows Russian. I got it.
Oh man, yeah, it was
He's
great time.
stupid.
Oh man, yeah, great time on set. Met some great and cool people. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to meet you on it, but I'm glad Chris did. That's why we're having this awesome conversation, man. And it's interesting, man. Wow, I'm just blown away with everything that you do, and I don't want you to stop doing what you do, man.
Oh, thank you so much, Jay. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Keep going, and hope to work with you down the line, man, in the near future, or man, hang out or anything, man. So.
Yeah, I'm actually right now. I'm in town for 2 or 3 weeks, and I just literally plan on doing nothing. Maybe I'll have a meeting or two with JD while we're hanging out, because that's just what we do. But other than that, I just want to chill and just hang out with my friends. And I think that's the best thing to do, is just hang out with your buddies, because those are the ones you see every day, you hang out with every day, and the ones that influence you, good ideas and bad. And to me, friends are a big part of my life, and that's where I get my ideas from, is from my dumbass friends. So I'm just gonna hang out with them for the holidays, and let's see what comes out of it.
That's what's important, man. I love it, man.
Well, do you have any social media that you want to put out there for people to follow you, or anything that page or anything you want anybody to follow out there?
Yeah, it's www.fansonly.com/ no, I'm just kidding.
I was just about to say, fans only. No, wait.
Hold on.
Yeah, whoa. You want to see my dick? No, it's on Instagram, just at Jacob Calle, JACOBCALLE. I once hung out with one of the Kingpin's witch doctors watching WWE women's wrestling while eating dinner that the Kingpin's dinner cooked us. And I'm just like, what is this life right now? I'm watching Ronda Rousey with this guy who puts magic spells on poachers so they can successfully leave with rhino horns.
Dude, what the hell, man? That is this yeah.
If living life was the fullest was a person, it'd be you.
Yeah. It's like one of them situations where like, how the hell did I get here? Oh yeah, magic trick. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Started at a bar. So I was at this bar.
Eating avocados.
Oh my God. You need to
All
make
right.
like one of those cartoons or whatever, but with telling these stories. But yeah, man. Many blessings to you, man. Appreciate you again.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you having me on. I thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate
And you guys have a fantastic day. Mwah.
you. Love, man.
You as well. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Thank you.
What you gonna do for love? My bad, y'all. Don't mind me. We being silly up here, but not as silly as who is going to get the award for Just Acting Up. Chris, tell them who won this.
Well, we're gonna go international. I have two stories for you today. The first one is, everybody likes to get in the book of Guinness World Records. We were just talking about Tom Cruise earlier, who got the world record for holding his breath underwater. Well, this is a bizarre new national record for a 70-year-old retired government officer of this country named Uttar Pradesh. He apparently trained for this incredible feat for 25 years after being inspired by his guru. His attempt to beat the previous record of, ready for it, drum roll please, staring at the sun without blinking.
Oh, hell no.
It was overseen by representatives of the Book of Records, as well as a group of politicians and physicians. After an hour of staring directly at the sun without sunglasses and even blinking, Mr. Verma is also what he goes by, was deemed normal and also his overall eye health was deemed normal. So yeah, no sunglasses, nothing, just looking at the sun. I'm like, oh.
How long again?
An hour. May not hit you today, but it's gonna hit you.
Bro, why would who? And he's in the Guinness Book of World Records. Who? Why? What possessed you? Like, how? I'm sorry. No, I'm not. You're an idiot. like, why would you do something like
Did he
that?
get any money from that? No.
I doubt it. Got his name in the book though.
Yeah, that's.
So I'm just like, your eyes may be normal today, but it ain't gonna hit you today. It's gonna hit you though.
And you said this is international, right? He overseas. How? Let me see. How hot is the sun? The sun is.
It's
It's about like a
5,000. Hold on, I'm looking at it right now.
it's about like a
Sun.
1,000.
Sun surface temperature, 5,778 K. Dude, what? I'm sorry. I'm looking at facts about the sun. I'm like, why would you? How many degrees hot is the sun? 27 million degrees Fahrenheit. That's something you want to stare at.
Okay, but that's like okay. Oh, we gotta figure out what country he was in.
well, I'll give you again the clue. His name is Uttar Pradesh, and was identified as Mr. Verma as well. But
How about
Uttar Pradesh.
India.
Yeah, India. I'm about to say you got to be somewhere really hot and have nothing else better to do.
Yeah. That's something really hot. Stupid hot.
Cooking.
So they tripping overseas right now. Now this other story. For the last 11 years, in this country, this dude has been making a living by doing this. The guy's name is Hassan Riza Ghani. He started this work back in 2010. So you want to know what it is? He's been making his living by letting people punch him without ever punching back.
Oh, hell no.
So he's been working as a human punching bag. And so he says after finding inspiration in a classic movie called Sark Bulabula, in which the protagonist voluntarily allows himself to be beaten up, he realized that while some people relieve stress by exercising and meditating or sleeping, Others need to let off steam by screaming or better yet, hitting someone. So he turned his realization into an unusual business, allowing himself to be punched by strangers for money. He's been working as a quote unquote stress coach for a decade now and hopes to train others to pick up his role before he becomes too old to take a punch. And also, he's the first and only stress coach of this type in his country.
He in the Guinness Book of World Records in the damn self too.
He gonna be the last. He gonna be the last.
You know, there's a reason why boxers retire early, because only so much you can take. Punches to the head, punches to the gut, to the chest.
Right.
You're an idiot, sir. You're stupid. I mean, how much are the people paying? Like, why would you pay? Dude? What?
Well, you do know they got, I don't know if whatever country is in or if it's in the States, but they have it to where you can go into a home and an empty home where they got like vases or a room with vases and a bat, and you could just
that was
rage room. Those are called
rage room. Oh, rage room. Oh, I was just thinking about that. There's a name for it. I didn't know.
I was actually thinking about when Chris talked about that story and you said that. I think about that. I thought about doing that myself one time just to see how it is and record it, but you're gonna get tired. You know, you get tired.
We're like, hold on.
Oh, woo.
So, wait a minute.
Exactly.
I couldn't let nobody just sit there. I mean, you sitting there to just let people punch you. Like the hood in me, it's somewhere in there. Y'all may not see it all the time, but it's some hood in there. The hood in me, trying to go to Texas. Hold on, that reflex is heavy. Like, wait a minute now. You just punching me just to punch me?
No. How much is he charging? Did they say?
No, I didn't say.
Either way it goes.
For 11 years. He's been doing it for 11 years at that.
11 years.
Made a whole living off of it.
Is it like a soft punch or like is it like I'm gonna tap you? Like, or is it like, cause I'm coming like if you want me to, you want to see how angry I am.
Looking at the country, I'm pretty sure it's for real punches. I don't think it's no soft taps.
Oh.
What country I think it is?
They gotta be somewhere over in Asia somewhere. They gotta be somewhere in Asia. Some Chinese. They gotta be some. It just sounds like something.
But think about the holidays. That's my only clue I'm gonna give y'all.
Think about the holiday. Okay. Hanukkah.
Hanukkah, yeah.
Not well, I ain't say okay. Think about the last holiday we had.
Thanksgiving.
I mean, that's a dead giveaway.
Last holiday we had was Thanksgiving.
Hold on, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
Y'all overthinking it.
Thanksgiving was the last holiday we had, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Duh. We brought up, it was the Mayflower. It brought the slaves. I don't know.
Mike, you talk about this all the time. Then turkey.
Oh, okay.
We didn't think about it too hard. I'm like,
we did. Because he said the last holiday. He was like, think about our last holiday. Okay, the Pilgrims came from Mayflower.
Over there, and I'm like, turkey. Okay, man. So that's see, over there, they not any place in the world, and you say I'm trying to release some stress. I'm coming with that Street Fighter. Are you kidding? Like I'm coming with it. Like you want? I'm coming with this. Like you finna get it. Like so, hey man, 11 years.
They gotta be paying him for some money. I mean,
making a living off of it.
He making a living off of it, so they giving him a good little price.
Oh yeah, I'm coming with it. Especially if I'm paying money for this.
But what if like somebody like The Rock come in? I wonder how he looks. Like as the guy, a little guy, big guy, like Rock comes like.
I wonder if somebody got a major hook like Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson still got it.
I want to take that. No,
Like, I retire. I'm good.
no, I'm good.
I'm out.
All Mike Tyson got to do is just throw his hand up like that, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm sorry, bro. My bad.
Well, I'm looking at these prices for the Rage Room. 45 minutes, up to 4 people, 12 trays, small breaking glass, 14 large breaking glass. All of that count up to $400.
For what?
It's called Raging. It got like prices, and they got like different stuff in there. The highest that they go is like $650.
Jeez, what's the
Just break
cheapest?
stuff.
Just to break stuff. And $650 got everything like vase, extra large breakable stuff, 17 large breakable stuff.
I'll pass. What's the?
Just to break some stuff. I can go clean out my closet and have a scene. You know, remember that scene? What was that movie back in the day? Was it Clerks?
Yeah.
We destroyed the computer.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Man, yeah,
I can do that. I can do that for free.
For free.
No, I'm not finna pay all that money. What's the most cheapest price? Does it say? Like, what's the?
Bring your own box.
Bring your own.
$20, one person, 5 minutes. And that's it. You just break a box.
That's see.
If it's a will, it's a way. People find a hustle every day.
Yeah, I know, right?
It rhymed, didn't it? Huh? Come on down, King Spirit.
Bars.
You know what's the difference between them and people that don't do it is because they have actual balls to go along with it. Like, who comes up with, we're going to create a rage room and have people come in there and just destroy shit. And they'll be like, oh, that'd be cool. It's like, who's going to pay for that? Whoever thought of it, yeah, they got the nuts to do that. So they did it. So they created a room. They created a platform for it. So here you go.
Mm-hmm. Boy, things that come up to get some money, man. We need to come up with something.
I know, right?
All year we've been hearing about people getting sued for stupid reasons.
What about the roast room? Everybody was talking about roasting.
Hey,
come get roasted.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they probably got that. They got a restaurant in San Antonio called Dick's.
Yep, I've been there.
I heard about that.
Yeah, I've been there.
I would not ever go there because I ain't paying for you to talk to me crazy.
Oh, they ripped me one good time and that was it. I wasn't pissed, but I went in there expecting to get talked bad about. But I mean,
nah.
All right, that ain't gonna stop me from eating. I mean, still, some people are like, God, no, man. It's like, sheesh.
No, right?
No. All right, we about to get into the balancing act. I want y'all to stay locked in, get the message, get these words of positivity, or somebody gonna get some flowers. Stay locked in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the balancing act. So want to take this time out. We haven't spoke too much about mental health in this segment. We touch on it a bit in different segments, but we haven't really gave it our main focus. So I'm making it our main focus right now. We know holidays can get rough, and people can get lonely. And we know that things can happen throughout the holidays. A lot of stuff transpires throughout, at the end of the year. People go crazy and everything, or something might happen, and with family, friends, and everything. And so we know it can be really hard. So I want to say, do not hesitate to pick up that phone and call somebody, or just, talk to people, even if you don't have to tell them about your problems. Just hearing another person's voice and checking up on somebody. Say, hey, what's up? What you doing? I mean, I know it's weird in the day that we live in. I know one of my homeboys, I text him, hit him up and say, hey, what's up, man? He's like, hey, what's up? What you want? I want it. I just want to say, what's up? See how you doing? and it's crazy because he's always, doing something for somebody. And so, we had a joke about it. He was like, hey, man, I'm just trying to see what you want, man. Like, nah, I don't want nothing, bro. I'm just trying to see how you doing, homie. So yeah, man. I just want to say, for me being me, and for others, if you're thinking about somebody, send them a text or just say, hey, what's up, man? Just want to say, what's up, man? How you doing? You don't got to be about nothing. Just chop it up for a little bit. Just have a nice conversation like we do on the show. We sometimes we just hit like, hey, man, what y'all doing? Nothing. We just hit each other up and just get on Zoom, just chop it up for a little bit and just have a conversation, man. It does a lot for people, and you never know what that conversation does. Share some laughs, share, anything or whatever. Just have a good time with family and friends, man. Talk things out and just enjoy yourself, man. So
I agree, man. Check on your peoples, man. A lot of people still dealing with COVID and the effects of it.
Yeah.
And it's holidays, a lot of people that's lost people. Holidays are tough for some people, So, check on your peoples. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. When Shannon Sharp was explaining about Demaryius Thomas, of course he played for the Broncos too. He's a Hall of Famer, and Demaryius looked at him as a big brother, and a lot of people was telling him, "Hey man, you need to talk to Demaryius." He said, "Well, I'm gonna give him a call," and he said, "Man, he had 2 months. He had 2 months to talk to him, man. He'll never get those 2 months again." So, yeah, trust me, I know from experience. Yeah, call your people, man. If they run across your mind, they really run across your mind for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So talk to your people and reach out.
Clap it in. So yes, another show in the books, man. Winding down this year. This was our 39th episode? Yeah, 39.
Yeah, 39.
39. So
Here, 40.
About to hit 40. Go for it. Even piece. Drop 40 piece on 40 piece chicken McNugget, man. Man, shout out to Jacob. Thank you. Appreciate you again, brother, for coming through, man. Peace and blessings. I'm sitting there thinking about chicken nuggets. I'm thinking about 2 piece. Shake it off, James. I'm trying to lose weight. But peace and said it again. Peace and blessings to you, brother. I'm gonna have to go to Hooked on Fun. I'm gonna have to get something going on with my mouth, man. I'm gonna take care of this. Something, man. Peace and blessings to you, Jacob. Thank you for coming through. Many blessings to you and everything that you do. Please stay safe out there. Talented individual, a very interesting conversation. We enjoyed you. Thank you to everybody who tunes in to the Just Acting Up show. Man, we're about to put a cap on this at the end of the year. And thank y'all. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, not only on the Just Acting Up show, but Jarvis VIP room. And check out all the guests that we had over this year, man. But we'll get into the whole fallout of how this first year went. But Chris, you got anything, brother?
No, man, just I'm still stuck on some of that conversation we had earlier. I wasn't ready for something for the what was it? The tube up the nose thing he told me.
I wasn't ready for that. But that was, hey man, I'm just saying, he's one of those guys that's at the bar that got just did everything. You like,
right?
What have you done, sir?
Right.
He was cool. I appreciate him coming on, man. It was the set we worked on was a good set, man. It was fun. He was a cool guy. I knew he'd be a good guest, man. So I'm glad we were able to have him on. We touch all ends of the spectrum, people. All ends.
Yes.
All ends.
Yeah.
Yes.
From the Rudy to the Tootie.
R.P. John Witherspoon, man. Oh man. So yeah, man. So I guess what we're gonna do, one more show, I guess, before the year is over with, or
one more for the show.
One more for the year, baby.
One more for the year. Send y'all off with some laughs and maybe we'll go down greatest moments that we had on the show, or greatest, hey, all the guests that we talked with and have a conversation with, man. Every guest came through, dropped some gems, but we'll get to that on next show. We want y'all to watch all the shows. Watch.
That's right. Like, click, and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, click, and subscribe.
Best gift
big things coming. That's right.
It's free.
Wow, man, yeah. They have a drink or two. Sip on some eggnog. Man. When it's cold outside, girl, who you holding? I don't know, but you can watch this show.
Mm-hmm.
That you can do.
Once again, the question still remains: what does the lonely do for Christmas? we got a few more days for this question to be answered. We got a couple of more weeks. We got what, 2 more weeks, a week and a half.
Hey,
I need to know, what does Lonely do on Criminals?
I'm sorry.
Oh man, we appreciate y'all, man. Like we appreciate y'all. Chris, you have any positive notes or messages, bro, before we go, bro?
Positive quote of the day. Just don't give up trying to do what you really want to do. Where there is love and inspiration, I don't think you can go wrong. Keep your face to the sunshine and you cannot see a shadow.
Bars.
Food for thought.
I love that, man. Great quote, great message for today. So we about to get on up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you tell your friends about us, man, and y'all be safe out there. Get them Christmas presents. Be safe out there, and get your boys something. We like gifts too. We like gifts. We like things. I don't know what I do. I did subscribers. That's all.
That's all we
It's the
want.
best gift you can give.
Yeah,
Subscribe.
that's the best gift. Click that bell button. Bing.
Yes. Boop, boop, boop. Rim shot. Y'all next.